las mandarinitas.
We thought it was really funny. Someone who did Spanish translations for our last video, when we said tangerinis, they translated to mandarinitas, and we thought that was really funny.
I'm in love with that now, so just expect that more often.
Thanks, Gustavo.
Today we are doing something that we pretty much have to do every time we're in a new city to basically like test the affordability of said city. And where are we now?
We are in Ajijic.
A lot of people have said that the prices are going up here, gringos are driving up the prices, and we haven't really noticed that, but then again, we've only spent a week here prior to this.
Yeah, and you can't really notice that unless you've spent years here.
But as far as like the prices being higher than other places, haven't really noticed that too much. But we're setting out with $10 US to feed and water ourselves for an entire day, and that is 185 pesos with the current exchange rate.
But we already had coffee, so we have 180 left each.
Yes, even though we bought the coffee ahead of time. And we just walked down the street and came up upon this place, which, do you think this is kind of like comida corrida, maybe?
I have no idea what a comida corrida is. So many people have mentioned it, but I still don't know.
We were just in there and she was explaining to us, we have frijoles, refried beans, I'll just say this all in English, refried beans, eggs with salsa, eggs with tocino,
There was spinach with
papas,
like a...
rajas con...
No, spinach.
Okay.
Con requesón.
Anyway, so it's 65 pesos for basically little portions of whatever you want.
Opens up her house here and then has
Creates a bunch of
different
dishes.
food.
Yeah, we thought we'd check it out. I've never eaten at a place like this before.
Ciao. Y también, ¿qué es? Huevos con salsa roja.
Salsa roja.
Y también requesón y
Requesón.
espinaca.
Muy bien. Nada de carne. ¿No sé si?
No lo necesito.
Muy bien. Muy bien, con su permiso. Si gustan sentarse más cómodos.
Gracias.
Sí.
Gracias. This isn't a place that we would typically go. We've never gone into such a casual place, I don't think, where it's sort of just like pick your portions, it's all one price. But it's sort of cool, I think, to like see the whole family working together. They have what looks like the daughter, and they're all...
Daughter just came over and cleaned our table.
Uh-huh.
It's a little more expensive than we would normally pay for breakfast in a $10 challenge.
Yeah.
But it looked really, really good.
And smelled really good, and the experience, well, I wanted to see what this is all about. Muy bien, gracias. I pretty much put every portion here of my plate into a tortilla. This is a hand-pressed tortilla. She was sitting there patting it back and forth between her hands, and then they cook it fresh. So these are thicker than a lot of tortillas that you might get, but oh my gosh, this is like explosion of delicious flavor and amazingness. Oh yeah, we're gonna be back here.
It's really good. I'm still a little bit hungry though. Do you think refills are included?
Look at that tail go. Mi abuela tiene 12 hermanos y hermanas también.
Yo tuve 13 hermanos. Y yo soy la más grande y más chico.
¿Ella es de Oaxaca o no?
Sí, mi familia es de Oaxaca y los mochis.
Ah, sí.
Sí.
¿Con qué razón es la más? ¿Y tú eres de Estados Unidos?
Sí.
Ella es parte mexicana. Ah, con razón. Pero es muy bonita, ¿eh?
Dang, I love that place. So it's one, super close to us, so I have a feeling we're going to be going there a lot now. We asked what the restaurant is called, and the owner's name is Pilar, and that is what the restaurant's called. So it's a very casual thing. That's her home back there, I'm guessing. And then it's her, it seems like her daughter, and then her granddaughter or granddaughters were helping out, but they were running around so quick, I'm not even sure how many there were.
It seems to us like a place where you just go in there and you pay whatever price it is. I'm guessing that tipping isn't customary there. We left a smallish tip, but please let us know what you tip at this kind of place. People weren't really tipping and just paying the price.
Yeah, we don't want to be the assholes that aren't following the customs around here. So for people who live in Ajijic, we're specifically talking about locals because we've talked about this many times before, but people who come from other cultures like in the United States or Canada or elsewhere, we all have our rules that we follow from our homeland, and those are typically higher tips than what's customary in Mexico.
Yeah, we try to follow local customs. Like if I'm coming from a country that doesn't tip at all to a country that does tip, I'm not just going to continue not tipping because that's what I'm used to.
Yeah, exactly.
We have 110 pesos left each. That might be a little bit of a struggle for the rest of the day.
Yeah, so we have at this point never failed a $10 challenge, meaning run out of food and been hungry or something, but it's gonna be tight now.
There are a lot of places in the city where you can pay 200 pesos for a meal, so we're gonna have to scope out the cheap spots and one thing I love about this city that's like so much small town Mexico feeling is someone like that just opening up their home to creating a restaurant. And here they have, this is their home, but they're selling clothes. They've turned it into a clothing store.
It's like the OG Mexico boutique.
Okay, hop on.
Oh gosh. And then if Jordan doesn't go push off, I'm stuck. Ah! Who says playgrounds have to be for kids? So this is right here on the malecon, the Ajijic malecon. There's swings, slides, teeter-totters, whatever you call that spinny thing back there. And these are illegal in the US as far as I know.
Okay, why don't you hop on?
How do you sit on it?
Depends how brave you are.
Sit. Oh gosh. Ah! He's relentless. Ah!
If you're really brave, you stand on the edge instead of sitting in the middle.
Okay, hold on.
I can barely.
So it's actually pretty cool on this malecon. You have a dirt path like this, which is better for running and whatnot. But then they also have one up here that's paved. Perfect for biking, walking, skateboarding, skating.
There's even a skate park up here.
So we're walking on the malecon and we stop by this beautiful bench in memory of Tony from his friends, and then we noticed something. Someone graffitied it, and in one of our favorite YouTubers, one of his recent videos, we're talking about the new travel. Shout out to you, Dan. You should definitely subscribe to his channel if you haven't already. Well, in this video, he was in Guanajuato, and there was graffiti in a church, and he said, if you don't have respect for the places that you visit, then I don't have respect for you. And that has got to be one of the most true things. So right now we're walking through some of the walking up and down the streets of Ajijic, and I just cannot get over how many different varieties of plants there are and flowers in every single color. I've never.
Colorful homes.
Yeah, and then the colorful homes to accent it. It's so beautiful. What are your thoughts as we're continuing to explore? This is going more towards like the Chapala.
And we're pretty close to the lake right now in Ajijic. This is definitely a wealthier part of town. It's super, super nice.
Mm-hmm. These houses look like I would compare them to Scottsdale in Arizona, which is like where the rich people live. Houses are huge, the lots are gigantic, and that's pretty much what we're looking at here. It's just completely gorgeous. I can't believe we're even allowed to walk around here because I don't have as much money, so. One of the things that I especially love about Mexico and Ajijic in particular and the surrounding areas is that all the houses are so unique and different. They all have their own touches, from the walls to the bricks. Some of them have colorful painted glazed tiles and things like that, which is so different than a lot of communities and neighborhoods in in the US where they all have HOAs. You get to pick your color of house between about 5 shades of brown. The houses are all constructed to look the same or very similar. It's kind of boring. So walking around here is just like, wow, you can see that each house has its own personality.
This is such a cool house right
I mean, yeah, I was just noticing that kind of has the, what is that called?
A tapalpa?
Tapalpa type ceiling. Like giant. Talapa? Tapalpa, I think that's a city. And then we've got, I don't know if this is in use, but a water tower, tiny water tower.
Yeah. How funny. So we're not totally sure, but we think this is a shrine dedicated to pets that have passed away. That's really cool.
Cuesta 7 pesos?
7 pesos. 7.
Gracias.
Gracias.
Sí, de nada, gracias.
Tengo un buen día.
Gracias igualmente.
So it is a nice enough day, very cloudy, very windy, but what were you compelled to get?
Horchata rice milk with cinnamon. It's really good. I bought mine in a bag for 7 pesos. They also offered it in a small cup for 10 pesos or a large cup for 17 pesos. Gracias. Tacos for 10 pesos. Enchiladas.
Chilaquiles, 50.
Enchiladas de queso, 50.
So a van just curbed it right in front of us and I thought that tire was gonna pop for sure.
Yeah, so we probably could have ate at that last place, but we're gonna look for something a little cheaper if possible.
Yeah, we have to be a little bit more frugal based on the price of the breakfast this morning. And although I think those are very reasonable prices, especially considering it's right in the center of town where like the centro is, which sometimes that's where the higher prices are in the city, I was kind of surprised.
Yeah. ¿Cuánto están abiertos? 6:30. ¿Hasta qué? 12. Gracias.
Gracias. Well, shucks, this one looked promising.
The menu looked very, very appetizing, but the entrees were pretty much all in the 140 to 180 peso range. So although we would eat there at some point as like kind of a treat meal,
Yeah,
that's
not gonna work out for
something we
today.
can do today.
It's wet. It rained. Mire la lluvia. So we don't normally eat lunch at 5:30 p.m., but the rain really started coming down and this camera is not waterproof. So it is now stopped and we are going to try to find some lunch. Hi.
So we checked out this place. It's slightly out of our budget today, but we definitely come back there. The entrees were about 70 pesos and they had starters in the like 30 peso range. Drinks like margaritas for 60 pesos.
Sí, estamos listos.
Sí.
Quisiera pedir ensalada italiana
Sí.
sin cebolla y sin ejote con queso parmesano.
Para mí, 2 rebanadas de pizza, pero ¿cuál sabor es? Déjame decirle cuál es. Gracias.
So my salad was 60 pesos and your 2 slices of pizza?
22 pesos each.
And we both got a glass of water.
So we got 2 drinks there and they were 25 pesos each.
By the way, that place is called Azteca. We couldn't tell you in the last video because we didn't want to give it away, have people looking it up on Google Maps or something. But this is right by the center of town in Ajijic, and that leaves me with 17.
And me with 25.
What shall we do?
Buenas tardes.
Buenas tardes.
¿Sería esto? Para ella.
Vaso de elote.
Sí, así, ¿no?
Okay. Crema, queso, limón y chile. Sí. Un poquito más. Gracias. Sí. 30 por ambos.
Sí.
Gracias.
Gracias.
Buenas noches. What'd you get?
What are these called in English? Granada.
Pomegranate
Oh
seeds.
yes, pomegranate.
Oh my gosh. This is Jordan's first time eating ever in his life. And how much was it?
15 pesos.
You may or may not be surprised to find out that I got elote, or as some might call this because it's in the cup, esquite. Here they call it elote.
So we came across a cute dog on the way home, and it's hungry.
little perrita. I tried to say sentarse. Is that not how you tell a dog to sit? They won't listen. The cute little doggy who is wanting to have some of my elote followed us almost all the way back home. Of course, I was continuing to give her elote. But she seemed so hungry and so scared, yeah. So we went back as soon as we could.
She left us right before we got home, and then we were gonna get some food for it.
Well, we think she got scared because it was another dog's territory. Since I was feeding her elote, I named her Maisie. Are you sure?
Is that the same one?
No, this one has a collar.
Oh, you're not my dog.
Sorry. Okay, we're still on the hunt. And now we have another friend. But this $10 challenge kind of got derailed today because of the rain. And by the time we got other food, we're not hungry anymore, so I'm left with 2 pesos.
And I'm left with 10. We were going to go to this other place where you could get cheap sopes and enchiladas, like 7 pesos for a sope,
Yeah.
8 pesos for an enchilada.
We had walked in there earlier and it was just closed at the time, and we found out what the prices were, so I think it's pretty doable to do the $10 challenge here.
Yeah, I wouldn't walk into the first place you see for breakfast like we did, and made the rest of the day more difficult for us.
It seemed like a great opportunity. That we'd never eaten breakfast at a place like that, but to be perfectly honest, I think it was kind of overpriced. For breakfast, breakfast is usually the cheapest meal of the day in almost any city we go to.
I feel like we got gringo price there.
We might have. What do you guys think? We were speaking in 100% Spanish even to each other, so I don't know. Do I think Ajijic is more expensive or less expensive than other places? Comparable?
To Guadalajara at least.
Comparable to Guadalajara.
In terms of restaurant prices, there are places you can eat here that are expensive. Like we went into a couple that were more expensive.
I mean, that's kind of like any city, right? Like
Yeah.
you could go to expensive restaurants or you could go to...
Where all the locals go.
Yeah, exactly. And if you're gonna go to a fancy place, then expect to pay higher prices. But I think as a whole, if you're not going in places that specifically cater to expats and basically places that'll speak English for you, you probably wouldn't have any problem spending $10 a day. Even though this video took a little bit of a different turn, I hope you still liked it and what $10 can buy in Ajijic, Jalisco, Mexico.
I feel like we need to do this again.
I kind of want to.
And
Maybe in the
maybe-
nearby cities.
And also, like, what kind of entertainment can we get for 10 bucks too?
Ooh, would you guys be interested to see that? Let us know in the comments. But if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. And gong that bell so you get notified the next time we put out a new video.
And we'll see you then.